Hello LEGO fans, Jar of Bricks here. So as you know, I've been buying some trains this Black Friday, and I've had a few comments which have asked me what I think of these controllers. Are they better, worse than the old one? So I just thought I'll do a little review of my first thoughts on it. I've only had it a week, so I won't be very good with it, but these are my initial thoughts. So we all know how the old ones work. You pick up the controller, you flick the button, and it's off. Done. Easy. That's the great thing about the old one. Now, one of the issues I have with the new ones are the following. Okay, so according to the instructions, you keep your fingers on the green buttons until the lights go green. The speed up stop function is exactly the same. It flashes orange when the batteries are low, and to turn it off you keep your finger on the button for 5 seconds. That's all the instructions you have. So according to the instructions, I press both of these for 5 seconds and the light will go green. So the lights are purple. What do purple lights mean? I don't know. They weren't in the instructions. I sound like Emmett now. But that's the thing. You can work it out, whatever purple might mean over time. But for someone who is putting this on for the very first time, they're looking out for a green light, and they're going to keep their fingers on the buttons until there's a green light. You take it off and it flashed green. Now they're green. You know, when you do it a few times, you can work it out. I'm 39, but a child might be thoroughly confused, and then off it goes. It works. Now, let's move that backwards. Let's bring in the passenger train. And do I keep my finger on both at the same time for 5 seconds again? Right, so it's flashing purple and that one's flashing white. That's gone green, but that's still flashing white. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, that was 3 seconds and now it's gone green. And it works. So from one controller, I got both the trains working. And the thing that I suspect with it is that it's got to connect with Bluetooth. I understand that, and it takes a bit more time to connect with it. But it can be a bit of a pain having to wait while the Bluetooth is trying to connect. You want to do more than one train, and you're talking 5 seconds to at least connect, so maybe 7 to 10 seconds a train to get them going, whereas previously you just pressed a button. So the old way for speed and convenience is a lot better, but I think this is where this does come into its own, is with the app. So let me show you that. So here you open up the app and you have the options of the 2 trains at the bottom. You pick the cargo train, that's what I'm going into, connect at the top left hand corner, and you can see it's connecting. And now it's connected, it's gone green. So you can move the cargo train backwards and forwards using the app here. You've got the sound effects of the brake, the horn, the engine, the track, the whistle, the crossing noises, which is great for play features. But you go into the passenger train section now, and it's already connected, but it's connected to the cargo train that I connected it to before. You've got other sound effects that you have in the last one as well, but I don't see why you can't connect 2 trains at the same time and flip between the 2. It's just connected to the cargo train. So, my final thoughts. When it comes to this, I'm not that impressed with it. You know, it's good. You can run 2 trains at the same time with it, like you could with the old one. But the issue with, is it connected? Isn't it? Why was my light purple? I don't know. I was playing around with it and I was managed to change this light from red to green to purple to blue. What does that mean? Is it just an extra little feature? I don't know. And you look at the instructions and all you've got is how to go forwards, how to go backwards, how to brake, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, and when your battery's running low. But this picture of a boy, why can't you make it that big? We're not blind old people. We don't need a lot of big large print vision. You could cram a lot in, you know, just keep your finger on this, optional extras, make it a different colour, still means the same thing. But without that, we're just wondering, what does that colour mean? And yes, it's good, but I think the old controller is better. Now when it comes to the app, I think the app has some great features. The play feature, I know my girls will love using that sound effects as they play. Well, one of them, the other's too old. But the fact that you can't connect 2 trains, unless I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. It seems you can only connect one thing at a time. It doesn't really affect me because I've got one circuit. So I either run the passenger train or I run the freight train or cargo train. And whether I run them, I can only run one at a time, whichever one I run. Otherwise there's going to be crashes. So it doesn't really affect me, but I've seen trains with, videos of people's cities where they've got 3 or 4 circuits on the go. How do you run them all? You can't off the app, so you have to use a controller, which I don't think is much cop. But I think they're going in the right direction with the app. I think it's really good, the play features, they're making it fun. And I think once they can then connect multiple trains, multiple devices, the option in there is for a Batmobile, and there's also an option for the Disney train. If you could run those 4 things at the same time, you know, that's okay. But you also need to run multiple trains. Now there's only 2 types of trains that use this controller feature at this moment in time. So, you know, hopefully as trains, they tend to come out at least one come out every year. So are they going to be adding them onto the app? Probably. And you know, that's great. And it's also, you can make up your own connections if you want to make your own stuff up, which is great. But you need to be able to do multiple things at the same time. Otherwise it's a bit pointless. You'll end up going back to the controller just so you can play or watch your trains go around your city. So I can see them going in the right direction, but it's not there yet, but it looks good. Okay, so thanks for listening. Tell me if you liked that video. It's something different I've not done before. Let me know if you think it's worth it or not. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you next time for my next update. Goodbye.